Alright guys, welcome to the next video on the channel. Once again we're going over Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm going to do two video duels that I did yesterday, and then we'll do a live one or two to finish the video off. So, let's go into the first one. The reason I'm doing video duels is because I did these as just without doing a video, and they turn out to be quite interesting. So in this duel here, the reason I've wanted to show this one first is because one, it was the first on the list, but two, I make a massive misplay at the start which could have essentially ruined this duel for me, and I was thinking about forfeiting, but then we end up winning anyway. So I'll show you what I do. So on this turn I activate Necro Valley, and what I should have done was summon Heretic, but instead I attributed by accident, which really messed up the first couple of turns on this duel. I think it's to about turn 8, something like that. So this guy is playing Trap Tricks, which is quite a difficult deck to get over, but we'll see how we do. So for the first couple of turns, I don't really get much. I get a Solemn there. Obviously I've used all my cards in the first turn by stupidly playing Royal Tribute. So me not having a monster on the field really does burden this, because I'm just going to keep taking damage. So as you can see that I'm near enough halfway because of a misplay on my part. So I get Necro Valley Throne here. I believe I get Heretic from this. Yeah. By summoning Heretic here, that card there, this one, turns my monster to defense mode. Obviously, and I can't change the battle position. However, with this Heretic, it's not affected by other cards as long as Necro Valley is on the field. So, really big play to get Heretic rather than a different card like Commander. So, at this point, he's trying to set up his board. And obviously, with 2000 defense, it's actually quite hard to get over. I believe I might Solemn this. Yeah, I Solemn Judgment this, which basically leaves him open. I believe Harpies is next. I know, Torrential Tribute. I do get something, I believe, to block these four at the back. Torrential Tribute with a Heretic on the field is massive because it doesn't get affected by it, which is brilliant. So, draw another Solemn, even better, can't negate my Torrential. So right here I'm at a standstill because this is technically my most powerful monster. So, Polymerization does nothing for me, I just end my turn because I can't do much. We're currently at a standstill because the turns just keep turning over because there's nothing we can do. Duality. Harpies, Duality, or Royal Tribute. Harpies is definitely the better play. So I Torrential here, he Solemns it, so I Solemn his Solemn, which was a really good play because it just still gets rid of his monsters, which then lets me attack. And I believe that would be game. As soon as I draw a monster, basically it's game. Harpies, he gets rid of his Torrential Tribute and Trap Hole. I take another 200 damage, set the Solemn. Commander? Yeah, so I get a Commander here which goes above this 2000, which helps me win this game. But both duels I get to quite a low life point, if I remember rightly. So my Commander attacks and then we attack with Heretic. And he has one turn basically. Top deck something or lose. Yeah. So that duel was interesting because I made a massive misplay at the start and I still won with this deck, which shows how powerful the control is of this deck. With just Necro Valley on the field. And then obviously Royal Tribute got rid of all his monsters from his hand. Which made a massive difference. I can't remember what this deck was dueling against. So, from here, like before he plays any of his cards, that gets me Necro Valley, that gets me Necro Valley if I need to, and then Solomon Torrential. So, we're in a good way. We definitely get Necro Valley out. But this guy plays Tri Brigades, which is a massive hassle. Tri Brigades is one of the best decks meta at the minute on Master Duel, so it's kind of hard to play against. But as long as you do the... As long as you Solemn the right cards and you Torrential the right cards, you're in a good position. But they do heavily rely on their graveyard effects. So the whole reason I Necro Temple here, Necro Throne, is because I know I have a card Demise that I drew. So I get a commander with that, or if that doesn't get Ash Blossomed, I know that I have a commander and a Necro Valley, so we have a monster as well. But unfortunately that isn't the case. So he Ash Blossomed that, which is fine. Terraforming, we can't Ash Blossom again, he's got no cards in his hand. Activate Necro Valley. Basically gets a special summon something and then link it straight away, which is fine. So the reason he played that trap card there is because of Necro Valley, it stops him special summoning. Because his effect is chained as 2, his effect goes first. Meaning that he could do special summon his 4, link it, and then Necro Valley goes into play. Which is fine. You know, he's got a few monsters out. I start to be able to stop cards being special summoned now anyway. From the graveyard anyway. So, it's not too bad. So, this guy's obviously got rid of my Necro Valley, which puts me in a really bad position. Because I don't have the graveyard control anymore. He summons a monster, instant regret, because right now he summoned. I just got rid of his 3 link monsters, which he took really hard to get onto the field. And you can Torrential twice in one turn. It's not a once per turn card, which makes it so powerful. So a Torrential once, he brings his monster back to his hand. He special summons a card, activates its ability. Brings out another link monster, another 2 link monsters, just gets instantly torrentialed. Which leaves me in a good position here. May not look it, but he's got 3 back throws, no monsters, and they're all in his graveyard. And I have a Necro Valley Throne. So what I believe I get a commander here. Just so I can get Necro Valley. I don't even keep it as a monster. I'd rather take the damage and put Necro Valley on the field. If he tries using something, I had Solemn anyway. Harpy's Feather Duster just gets rid of his entire back row. He had 2 impermanents and a Forbidden Droplet. So at this point in the duel, it goes to turn 40, but I'm thinking you need 1 monster, basically. A monster to summon, to use that card, stopping special summoning at all. And then, obviously, do your damage over turns. And there it is. So, I summon commander, use that. And currently, right now, we've blocked him out of special summoning anything from his extra deck, I believe. Was it anything in general? It's anything. He tries to get rid of Necro Valley, I'll Solemn that. Instantly. If anyone tries to get rid of your Necro Valley, that's it, you solemn it. Never let that go through unless you have a second one and don't have this. So right here, he has a Zodiac Whiptail. I just got rid of that with Royal Tribute. Basically, this is game now. Yeah. He knew he had no monsters, he couldn't use the graveyard, and I had 2 cards on the field. And it was game. So they were both in Plat. One was Plat 5, one was Plat 4. I'm still in Plat 5. So, what I'm going to do is do one live duel for you, and then we'll end it there. We use Gravekeepers again. I do have a Blue Eyes deck, based on a few YouTubers I've watched, like Rhyme Style and Team Samurai. So I will go into that deck at some point. But it's not fully tuned yet, properly, so. So, right here, I have the perfect hand. So, I Necro Valley, which he's got Maxi, I'm guessing. It's the only thing he can do right now. Or a Cosmic Cyclone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that on rather than on auto. So as soon as his turn starts, I can skill drain. No special summons, no graveyard, no skills. Puts him at a major disadvantage. I'm hoping as soon as I activate skill drain, he kind of just scoops and leaves. Because right now he has, well, he has a normal summon and a back row. A Harpies really messes with this deck at the minute. This setup. But we do have a terraforming. I'm going to set that for now. Activate this. Ash it maybe? Yeah, that was the wrong move to do because I would have had to have got rid of some cards anyway. But we got rid of one of his Ash Blossoms, which is fine. So we'll attack. And then turn. There's not really much you can do at the minute. Right. Duality, we know he used one of his Ash Blossoms already. So let's see if he has a second. Oh, he might do. He does. Currently, we're getting rid of all his Ash Blossoms for free, basically. Because soon he won't have any. He's got one left. So, once we get rid of another one, we can have a control over hand traps as well, because he doesn't really have any more. Obviously, you've got Maxi, you've got Infinite Impermanence, but he can't activate that on Gravekeeper because it doesn't affect it. He's kind of in a stuck area, yeah. Oh, that's one of the best cards we could have drew. If he has a Solemn, this is the time to use it, basically. Why is he max? Oh, because he right. Because he knows he's gonna lose it, so he'll maxi it now. So what did we get rid of? Galaxy Eyes. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All he needs is a Harpies or a Heavy Storm, if that's not banned. What does that do? For me, that makes no sense. I just had to discard this anyway. So it's a big game for him, really. Get to draw one extra card. Doesn't help me at all. I do need a monster, so Necro Valley Throne would be nice. Okay. I'll just end my turn. There's nothing else I can do at this point. He can obviously... The only way he's going to get to summon his big monsters is by having tributes, because I've stopped him special summoning. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I might just use it as a pot of greed. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. I can't get rid of Necro Valley just in case it negates its effect for a couple of times. That's exactly what we needed. Obviously my Necro Valley's gone here. So we're going to get rid of you to the graveyard. And then we're going to get rid of you. Hopefully. You can increase the level by 4 into... Right, okay. So he's playing... Well, he thought he was going to link, but he can't. Because of my card. But if he Harpies now, I have a Solemn anyway. So, no matter what this guy does right now, I control the field. Completely. A Poly. That would probably work actually, but... So what we're going to do, we'll destroy that. And then attack. Basically, this guy's got 2 turns. Unless he gets a really high level monster. Because obviously, he can... I know he can't because it'd be a special summon. I was going to say he can special summon something from his hand, but he can't. Really puts him... Oh, well, I've won. I'll set that just in case he decides to try something. Right, to stop this, but doesn't look like he can. And that's game. So, having Heretic, Necro Valley, 10 Temples of Necro Valley, and Skill Drain from the start won me that because the 3 of the main parts of dueling went then. Couldn't special summon, couldn't use his graveyard, and then couldn't use skills. So all he could do was normal summon. So I could still use the main parts of a duel, he just couldn't. So it's unfortunate. Sometimes you play against things you can't defeat and it happens to everybody. So, but right guys, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I will do definitely do a blue ice deck next once I tune it up. So speak to you guys later.